Imagine if you can, early morning on a Friday, let's say around 4 a.m, you enter a cafe and out of sheer happenstance you happen to run into the Naked Dog Man. He's sitting there enjoying a hot cup of coffee. Nothing in the game particularly told you he'd be there. You just happened to be there at the exact same time he was. You speak to him and he rambles, tells you some life advice, tells you some personal life stories. Maybe he gives you something. An item of clothing, a piece of furniture, anything really. A small interaction that wasn't fabricated by the necessity to progress through the game. It wasn't put there so you could unlock an important new thing in your island. It was there to make this world and these characters seem real. To make you feel like at any time, in any way, the characters who inhabit this world could be doing anything, and you would be rewarded for just being there with him, for going out of your way to learn who they are and what they do. That's what I thought Animal Crossing was. Animal Crossing New Horizons was my first game in the franchise. Don't get me wrong, I loved it. I put just a few hours into it. I adore the aesthetic. I loved the character designs. I enjoyed dialogue to a certain extent. Most of all, I love decorating. I love doing small chores. I love terraforming. I don't mind that it takes forever at all. I love the quiet nights spent fishing. I like seeing the new updates come around even though they happen very slowly. I fell in love with that aspect of the game. The building, the creative part of Animal Crossing. As I've made clear, I didn't grow up with the franchise. I always knew about it. I had friends who played it. I was aware it existed. I always thought that it would obviously be something I could get into. I just never got around to owning one of the games. So when you've grown up knowing secondhand what a game is, but never actually playing it, your perception and idea of what that game is takes up a life of its own. I knew that the game implemented a real-life clock system, so if you wanted to play in the morning you needed to wake up early. I knew some of the characters, the Naked Dog Man, the greedy capitalist, and of course this divine adorable creature. I also knew that people love the characters in this game. Also, I heard a lot about Resetti, So when I played New Horizons and he wasn't a part of the game, I was shocked. In my mind, I had come to believe that he was a very important part of the experience because no one would ever be quiet about him. That's the thing though. With minimal knowledge of the game, what I imagined the Animal Crossing experience was isn't at all what it really is. That scenario that I described at the beginning has been in my mind for almost a decade. It is, in my opinion, a complete embodiment of what my mind thought Animal Crossing was. This bustling world where things were always happening, where characters had very distinct personalities, and were always moving around, where you could just stumble into them in specific places at very random times, and who would have cool things to say or ask of you, where you could develop real friendships and you could see these characters actively start liking you more and more. I was a Harvest Moon kid. I played a heck of a lot of that growing up, so it makes sense that's what I imagined Animal Crossing would be like. As a kid, I was kind of obsessed with the idea of Animal Crossing. It had a real world clock system, so in my mind I just couldn't stop imagining the possibilities that something like that could bring. I imagined waking up at 6 and seeing all the villagers super groggy walking around slurring their words and whatnot. I imagined some older characters fishing early in the morning, characters going on dates with each other, going on dates with the player. Not romantic dates, but little friendship dates. There was a real life calendar in the game, so I thought you'd be able to set up dates in advance and then have to wait a few days before they happen. I thought Tom Nook and the very important NPCs would have backstories and you'd be able to interact with them in many ways, not just in the one way that the game has designed them for. I really thought that the game would be jam-packed with stuff like that. I wanted to make it clear that I'm not really disappointed with Animal Crossing. I still really loved the game, However, I was definitely taken back with how little the characters actually do, even with how little there actually is to do. I mean, there's quite a few things to do, I guess. Decorate, fish, catch bugs, grow trees, decorate your house. All these things take time. Fully upgrading your house takes time. Setting up your island takes time. There's content here. Content I truly really enjoyed. However, it was odd to me that after fully upgrading my house, which only took maybe 50 hours or so to do so, it really felt like at that point I had discovered everything that the game had to offer. Of course, I hadn't completed all the systems and catalogs, I hadn't fished all the fish or bugged all the bugs. But I had discovered all the ways to fish and bugged. I knew how to Mystery Island, I knew how to buy items, how to fill the museum, how to gain friendship points with the villagers, and how to rank up my island's rating. It was at that point that the game stopped being an experience, a real island that I felt was evolving around me, that I truly felt a part of, and it became a grind fest to finish up completing the stuff I wanted to complete. It might be that I'm too old, that I got into Animal Crossing at the wrong time. I just couldn't immerse myself completely into the world of Animal Crossing. The interactions just never stopped feeling shallow. The characterizations of the villagers and even the main NPCs felt boring and mundane. Like I said, I still really loved the game. The community and the people I met through it were all really great. However, I wanted to fall in love with my villagers. With Tom Nook, the Naked Dogman, Pascal, and all the characters. Even if I can see the appeal for them and I like them for their cute character designs and the items they give me, I can't say I felt extremely connected to any of them. Especially not my regular villagers. I wanted to feel like I was a part of a world that would change on its own and would react to the things I did. What I really got was a canvas in which to create a world that was visually appealing, with somewhat shallow characters that just inhabited it. I really liked shaping that world. It was really fun. I just really wanted to get lost in it though. Heidi howdy ho, thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments how you personally feel about Animal Crossing. Also make sure to watch some of my other videos. They're pretty good. New videos every Friday, hopefully. Thank you, have a good day!